Hey there, Aaron here with Grow Lawn. Today I'm in Mansfield, Texas, in Walnut Creek neighborhood, and today I'm going to show you an example of what one of our customers did to battle shade because they were losing the battle, and they initially tried to put out more St. Augustine, and that kept dying year after year after year. So year after year they're buying St. Augustine every year, which is a common theme that I see. And let me just turn this camera around and we'll get into it. Okay, so over here, there was a big tree, and they removed the tree and replanted Raleigh St. Augustine. All right, so that area is coming in good, and the rest of this is so some rock here, and then they have this big tree here. While I was driving in the neighborhood, I did take some pictures of some lawns that are too shaded for St. Augustine, and they're going to need to do something like this real soon because St. Augustine isn't an option. So of the full sun grasses, which St. Augustine is, St. Augustine does tolerate the most shade, but it is not a shade grass and it has its limitations. So right here, there's some newly planted sod here. This is probably not going to work right in this area because there's a lot of water that runs through in between the houses here, and you can kind of tell with the rock and everything, and it's common that you'll see this kind of thing. And so planting grass in these areas isn't going to work. So moving back here, now this area here, in this area here right in front, isn't going to work either because it's a little sunken down, and when it rains there's a ton of water that flows through here, which is going to be conditions unfavorable for any type of grass. It doesn't matter if it's St. Augustine, Bermuda zoysia, or whatever. It's not going to work. And so this grass here is not going to work. Now if you move back a little further and you get out to where the water doesn't stand, you might be able to grow grass in here, but it's not going to win any lawn of the month contest. Okay, so just keep that in mind. There's some sporadic Bermuda in here, but you're never going to win lawn of the month back here. Moving to the backyard. Here's some pictures of what the backyard looked like before this project. But this artificial turf will work if you have pets. The dogs urinate, you just water it, it goes right through. No big deal. All right, so that's what the backyard looks like. Now this area here, we're in mostly shade, and you're not going to win any lawn of the month contests in between these two houses here either because of shade. And then this area here just stays wet. There's a sprinkler head there. Likely gets a ton of rain off the roof and just pounds this area. Water's going to stand there. Anywhere where you have standing water, you're not going to be able to grow grass. This area right here on the side of the fireplace, you're not going to be able to grow grass there either. So this is kind of what I'd like to see our customers do to battle shade. When you plant St. Augustine in the shade, even if it's a more shade tolerant variety like Amerishade or Delmar, it's only about 25% more shade tolerant than, let's say, Raleigh. And those are still full sun grasses. Amerishade and Delmar are still full sun grasses. They just tolerate more shade than other varieties. So keep that in mind. And when they're at their limits, they're going to be at least 30% less healthy. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, hit that like button, share this video on Facebook so all your neighbors can know not to plant St. Augustine in the shade. Thanks again. Bye.